My name is William Minton. I'll be doing the product presentation video for the Scrum Bags. The point of this presentation is to show the efficiency of our system and how it could benefit the University of Georgia. We'll start off on our main page, which is the page that initially shows up when you open up our application. This just initially shows all of the courses that have been inputted into the system. We'll start off by creating a new course. And for the purpose of time, we'll just call this one Tester. And we'll follow this one through each portion of this process. I'll start by saying that this point of the process is particularly for the faculty. And so they will want to make sure to fill out this information as honestly and as correctly as possible so that they don't face any issues with having their course turned down along in the process. So for this sake, we'll just put it as a pharmacy school, but they would be able to select their college and department from this list. Go ahead and click save. And this will put us to our next page. And this is the information page of the faculty user, and they'll be able to view all this information. From this point, we have options to be able to email and chatter so that they can be able to talk to each person along in the approval process. From this point, we'll click this top arrow and submit it for approval. And so in order for this to be approved, this is going to go ahead and be sent to our department head, and at which I have him already logged in at this point. We'll refresh this page and go to our approval request, and we should see that tester file listed right here. So we'll go ahead and click on that tester file. From this view, we'll have the opportunity to be able to view a lot of information. The approver can either approve, reject, or reassign this. But if they needed to have some more time, they could always go back into this tester file, and then they can email with the submitter, or they can chat with them as well. But for the sake of time, we're going to go ahead and approve this request so that we can see that next process within the dean's office. So we'll go ahead and approve that. They can add comments if they'd like. Go into the dean's office. It's a little bit of the same situation. They have the option to communicate with the submitter, but for this sake, we're going to go ahead and click the tester file, and then we're going to go ahead and approve it from the dean level status. From there, we'll move into the EL approval committee. And if we refresh this page, that tester file again should be listed under here. And this will be the final step within the approval process. So we'll go ahead and click on that. I just kind of wanted to show the approval process. I know within the university system, they have to turn down some courses and they have to approve some, but for the sake of this course, they seem to really like it and they're going to go ahead and approve it. This process wouldn't typically take place over several days, but obviously for the sake of time for this presentation, it's went by a little bit quickly. If we go back to that initial submitter, we were able to view our reports tab. This has some important reports that relate to the system. So if we go ahead and look at our EL credit course approval status, this is going to group a lot of the submissions by college and by approval status, as well as show our elapsed time and average elapsed times. If we look for the pharmacy school, we should see that tester file right here. And obviously, our approval time was very small considering we just did it in such a short amount of time. Going back to the reports tab, we can go into our audit report. And from this view, we're able to see steps along the way of the process. So we can see, if we go ahead and refresh this, we'll be able to see those approval steps that we made right through here. So going through our dashboard, if we click on approval status, we should have a nice view of courses that have been approved and denied. And we should be able to see that tester file located on this dashboard. If I give that a quick refresh, and yeah, it's right here down at the bottom. You'll see that was approved at the department level, the college level, the committee level, and then overall it was approved. If you look at our other courses, some were approved and denied, and that would obviously set that denied status. If a course has not been submitted for approval, such as the sports journalism class, it'll be listed as draft, and then courses that are still in the process will be listed as in progress. If we go to our approval request page, this is simply the page. Obviously, for the submitter, they're not going to have any approval requests, but as we saw in each step of the process, those are going to be the queue that's listed for each approver at each step. If we click our colleges tab, this is going to put up a simple list of all of the colleges, as well as we can add colleges to the system, which makes it a lot easier for the back-end users of the system to be able to add colleges and departments for the future sake of the university and their uses. So if we click on the business school right here, we are able to see related departments under that school and able to manipulate that data and change it. So yeah, this was a simple representation of our project. It's very easy to use, very efficient. And overall, I think it would make a great addition to the university system.